Well, welcome back, and we're picking up where we really left off with a good drop it.
Wow.
What are we seeing here, man?
William J. actually did something.
Yeah.
We're in a bit of a firefight back here in the back alleyway, I would call it. And it's a good try by the villains, but really the heroes were just waiting there for him. But a great grenade.
Yeah. From
Angry Bumblebee, the last man left, really, for the...
but PAIS takes him down, and...
That was almost the entirety of both teams fighting in that small enclosed space.
Yeah. This haifisch sandwich, I have to say this about a haifisch sandwich. He's improving.
Yeah, I like going this way, but really I feel like the heroes were just camping here waiting. And the villains need to take it another way, but they just keep trying to force it, and it's just a bloodbath. Yeah.
Looks like, and looks like Linus on the heroes team. He's just staying there, just camping for the kills. Which really, I mean, it's good for defense, but like I said, these guys, but these guys, they have to think both offensively and defensively.
There's a great throw by Maxplatypus up top there, so it's a lot harder for the heroes to take it back.
Yeah.
But I didn't like what his other two teammates did there. He was firing at the man coming through the door. He didn't need both of them to also fire at the door with no one watching the back. That's where the heroes came in and got the kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's Linus. See, the villains just keep trying to come down this alleyway here.
Yeah. I certainly hope they'll wise up as the match goes on.
Nice strike 3.
Oh, Lucky Bob.
Lucky Bob is a sniping guy, but...
Yeah, but...
Missed too many.
Yeah. Angry Bumblebee, it's good to see him get killed, but a really ineffectual kill. But he's getting some possession. That's good. Let's see if we can make anything of this. No. Now we should point out that in Uncharted, in the latest beta, that kill might not have happened because in this version of the beta, you cannot punch with the treasure.
This is a great move by RisingNox, though. This is what he does best.
Yes.
Really, he just came in. He picked the exact right moment to come in and with that counter move. And here comes Maxplatypus to try to stop him. But wow, what a grenade!
Wow. It looks like he's going back to becoming the clutch player that he has been for the most part in the first half.
And that is how you stop their, they stop their whatever.
Yes.
I was going to say, I liked the idea of quick stop, taking it a slightly different way than the way it came. But heroes were there. Yeah. That was great by PAIS.
Yeah, once again, heroes, they're just on the upper level. That's just what they do.
Villains really need to stop all playing on the base ground. Like, really, they need at least someone to go up there and help take out the sniping because it's killing them.
Well, I think Lucky Bob... Well, okay, there's Lucky Bob. And one of the few instances where that has come into play and helped matters.
There he goes.
Yes, being more help.
This is a good way I like to take it. You don't take it down the alleyway where you know that.
But it looks like he didn't have a choice there.
He didn't. But at least he knew a teammate was there.
Yeah.
See, the heroes always show up.
Yeah.
Because this is the place they love to camp.
Yeah. They really got this down to a T, and
they love this alleyway. So I mean,
and look at this coordination.
Yeah, this is good cover.
Yeah, one going ahead of the other. So this is Linus. I think this is the most possession we've seen from him the entire game. Let's see if
it's a good run by him, though.
Yeah.
This is the part where I feel like the villains need to adapt to the team they're playing.
Yes.
They know that they love going down that alleyway. They know they're going to be camping there, and it's going to be almost the entirety of the team. Yeah. They should try to take it the other way through the house.
They should. They're not, though. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe...
Well, you can take it through the upstairs of the house, but if you get in some trouble, I don't...
Angry Bumblebee, you didn't even try.
It's a good pass to Max, though. See, if
this is some better coordination.
Yes. But the heroes they're coming on here from the back like they always do.
Yes.
And as you can see...
Well, they're all dead.
Wow.
Ooh, a nice kill from
an arm.
Yeah, all right.
See, here they are. There's 3 or 4 of them again.
Yeah.
They coordinate very well in this space, too.
Yeah, I wonder if... like I said, that would never happen in the latest version of Uncharted 3. But I wonder if the heroes are using a
Blackflor.
Bluetooth, at least, because we know the villains are, and I think maybe that's helped them, keep the other team from scoring.
Well, I mean, Maxplatypus has definitely tried. He's always the first one to the treasure for the villains. Try to get that quick push going the other way, but he's got to take it another way.
Yeah. And at least he could have turned to the right there.
There's Linus, see?
Linus. Linus, he loves camping there.
That's what I mean. You have to adjust to the other team.
Yeah.
Really, after it's not worked 5 times, you got to go another way.
Yeah.
Or you got to get your teammates to change and be on the backside here and cover them when they come to camp.
Yeah. One thing that I would have suggested to the villains is that, well, you tried taking it, upstairs, but then, you realize...
Great run by Linus.
This is a great one. He's been doing some really great possession lately. And, it's like, can he defeat this attempted tackle? He did defeat the attempted tackle. Not the best of efforts from Lucky Bob, but still, it's always good to see that. Once again, Maxplatypus here. But as I was saying, if you see that they control the top, then you just got to try taking it another way through the bottom. But
I agree.
Yeah.
Once again, it's Maxplatypus showing up to try to stop their front here and take the treasure the other way. He seems like he's one of the only ones for the villains.
Yes, he is.
What happens is when he gets the treasure and tries to take it, then all of a sudden the villains show up behind him and let's all walk together all on the ground.
Yeah, because they have something called coordination.
Oh.
Here's the Lucky Bob. Oh, an essential stop from Lucky Bob.
And
2! My word. 2 melee kills.
He doesn't like to get involved, but that was great.
Yeah.
That's what needed to be done there.
That is. Haifischsandwich also stepping up.
This is haifischsandwich on top.
Yes,
Taking the sniping. He's taking it away. That could be a key. See, look who's back.
Let's give the other team their own medicine.
Lucky Bob has been doing great.
Yes.
There's Linus again. He loves that spot.
He does.
That's why I like Maxplatypus' idea of throwing it on top there.
Yes.
Like, he should take this up the stairs and then try to throw it down towards his chest.
Well, I tell you, we're seeing some market improvement from the villains lately, but could it be too little too late? 2.5 minutes left in the match.
It's really been a stalemate in this back alleyway the entire half.
Yeah, we were seeing a lot of great possession, but nothing on the scoreboard to, once again, Max.
Linus there again.
He loves that position.
Here comes Angry Bumblebee, though. This has gotten slightly deeper into the villain zone. This could be a good run here. There's 4 of them there. They need to cover here.
This could be the equalizer.
Hey.
No! Well,
you got 1:50. What do you think's going to happen, Isaac?
I don't know. I think it's going to be 2-2. I think, both teams are going to come away with 1 point, but, it's going to be very difficult to get.
This is the key. This is the key. Look at that throw.
Sandwich. That was a great throw. Great idea. Take it from the top. Do not go through the bottom.
The villains are right there, so they have superiority in the air right now. Great throw. Blackflor has been great this game. But that was the key. Haifischsandwich getting the treasure first, getting it on their side instead of the other side.
Yes.
Really, just put the ball towards the net, good things happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at him, Jay. Actually kind of did something.
Yeah.
And Lucky Bob has shown this half he's more involved.
Yeah, he has. And he's throwing it toward the treasure. Just gay a fan.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Again, in the final minute.
Haifischsandwich with the great move there.
Yeah. And, Lucky Bob with the good thought to, just get it that much closer to the base. There's Angry Bumblebee.
Great throw.
Through a cluster, okay.
Oh, no.
2 of his teammates.
But he did get the villains, and he got to the treasure. So I think it's an acceptable...
Yes, acceptable sacrifice.
This is part of the possession here with 30 seconds. Keep it on your side. Don't let them get close to scoring.
Bumblebee, he's going for a hat trick. Could he get this? Well...
He needs someone to cover.
Uh-oh, Blackflor.
Cluster by Blackflor. What?
Well...
He's been really good
at
those faraway cluster kills with grenades.
And, almost making up for just a poorness of possession in this.
Maxplatypus just continuing his excellence.
Yeah.
Really.
Yes. This was an excellent match for him. And it paid off. The villains won, or the... yes, the villains won. And, well...
See the stats there. The heroes outkilled the villains.
Yes, by with decently wide enough margin. But I think if we look at possession for both teams, well, let's look at the second half of possession first. Villains with 143 seconds and heroes with 119 seconds. That's 10% difference in the possession.
I think that was big because I mean the villains kept trying in that alley back there, which didn't really work, but. Eventually, they overwhelmed them after about 8 tries.
Yeah, I think we can now call that alley, the alley of death, officially.
It reminds me a lot of the corridors on Bespin for Star Wars Battlefront.
Yes, or perhaps that one with the Spire, where they always take the Spire.
Yeah, the Spire.
Yeah. So
taking the Spire.
Taking the Spire.
There really is not a lot of cover, and with that side entranceway from the building there. Everyone shows up from there.
Yeah, perfect spot for the heroes to just drop down from there.
And Linus loved waiting back over there because really the villains, they have to send at least someone around the other side to flank. It's like, okay, let's grab the treasure. Let's all follow the treasure.
Right.
And walk together. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, with the... I would put us, for the most part, this win for the villains towards luck. Because it seemed like the heroes... were very, very much better coordinated.
Definitely in the first half. The villains did get lucky in the second half. I think they finally overwhelmed them to tie it. But I think it was really just luck. The haifischsandwich was there when it respawned.
Yeah.
Because that was the difference, really, in the second half.
Yes.
And RisingNox really did not play up to the same level.
No. It seemed as if, he and Linus kind of switched spaces. He's, RisingNox, he's, okay, we're in the lead. I want to get some kills now. And Linus is saying, but wait, we're still in trouble. I'm going to get in some possession here.
Linus, he did have a lot of great kills for them.
Even though he was camping,
But he followed that up with great runs for them.
Yeah.
And RisingNox only had one memorable run. And he really was not the first to the treasure like he was in the first half.
That's true. Yeah. And we can also say, Angry Bumblebee, what a step up from the first half. I mean, he was just awful in the first half.
Definite improvement.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a 10 rating, just like Maxplatypus. And but we should also point out, Maxplatypus, just how consistent he was throughout the whole match. Inarguably the most consistent player of the match.
Definitely, the villains needed him. He was the one to get the kills for them, and he was the one really to get the kills to stop them.
Yes.
Stop the heroes' movement, and then take it back the other way. Try to delay, give them more time.
Yeah.
He's really valuable. I think him and Angry Bumblebee, that really put them over the top in the second half. That and the fact that RisingNox disappeared.
Yeah. So, we look at the match awards for the top 3. Maxplatypus was a very well-deserved man of the match. And Angry Bumblebee, even though not the best KDR, he got 2 goals.
Yeah, he was big in the second half. Huge improvement.
Yeah, and RisingNox, I would only put him in there because of the numbers. This is a very objective third place for him because he had such a good first half.
See, that's the problem. We remember the second half better. So obviously, I think Linus is better. Had better game.
Yeah,
but really, that was a much better second half. RisingNox did have a great first half.
Yeah.
So I guess overall you give it to RisingNox just because he gave them the 2 scores in the first half. Linus didn't really give them any scores. He gave them some great runs, but the villains were there.
Yeah, and we should. I think we should also shake our fingers at PAIS and Luckybob for being our treasure avoiders of the match.
That's true, but I agree completely. We got Mr. Clutch, Angry Bumblebee. Huge improvement in the second half, and RisingNox was the GOAT. He totally flip-flopped his role in the second half. Didn't work for him.
Just like a chiva, or goat in Spanish, if you will. Well, we're coming up on the end of this video. So next video, hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because that will be a video on the latest Uncharted.
Yeah, the Subway
version.
beta.
Subway beta. And so, yes, stay tuned.